That was your fastest lap of the session.
Everybody, welcome to another race night with E-Speed Contender Series, sponsored by Nitro and FRT. This week we're coming to you from the sunny beaches of Homestead, Miami, Florida. We had a pretty good race last week. We had a couple people running up front that don't normally run up front. Adventure race winner was Alonso scooped out a second place finish. Ryan Lang finishing third, then Marlowe in fourth, Bernard Persons fifth. But it's great to see some of these other guys running up front here lately. Been some really good racing. As of right now, our points leader is still Anthony Promoda. Tried some strategy last week. It didn't quite work out for him, but he's got a pretty decent little pushing. He's got about a 71-point lead over second place Dalton Cowton, our race winner from last week. Rachel Hunt's in third, 98 points back. Marty Phillips in fourth, 106, tied with Ron Thompson for fourth and fifth. They're both 106 points back. Ryan Lang's in sixth, Jason Spears in seventh, Scott Stouts in eighth, Jimmy Babbs in ninth, Jim Johnson is in 10th place. That's your points battle right now as we watch some of the practice here before they get ready to go out and qualify. I apologize for leaving up the menu there. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Homestead, Miami, but I did go there, not last year, the year before last. We went down for the race. Kind of out by itself. So, but it was constructed back or started construction back in August of '93. After the hurricane down there, so like the first race was a bush race. That was in '95. In 2002, Cup Series started running there from 2002 to 2019. That was the last race. So. A lot of history with this track too. There's got a bunch of tracks. We'll watch these guys run around the track a little bit, and then we'll be back for qualifying. All right, I am back. They are about ready to finish practice. Be ready for qualifying. Riding along with Russ Boseford at the moment. Watch the boss man wheel around the track here. And that is the red flag, so it's time to qualify. All right, it looks like the second place in points, Dalton Cowden's going to hit the track first. I want to see what he's made of here and see what kind of times he can post up. Around the top lane there, coming to the start finish line for his first lap. Pretty much the entire field's out now. So we'll be posting up some speed here shortly. All right, so first lap down for Dalton Cowden is going to be a 33:12. Rachel Hunt goes to the top of the board with a 32:85. She was fast in practice. And it looks like Eugenio once again there with a 33 or 32.98. Good run for him. Marty Phillips on the board with a 32.92. I can't talk good about Marty because it seems like every time I talk good about him, he doesn't have a very good race. So we're not talking about Marty tonight. Jimmy Babb up there in fourth place. Still have several people out. Looks like Anthony Promoter, our points leader, to the point. What a 32.82. Couple people left to qualify. Boss man, Mr. Russ Bosefert. It's up in third now. Tim Marlowe taking over third spot. Tim Marlowe with a 32.88. Jesse Schwartz to the pole with a 32.79. I have to say I haven't seen any 70s yet, so that is a killer time. Great job with Jesse there. All right, that looks like that is going to be the field. It'll be a short driver's meeting, and then we're going to bring them to the green. Take a quick pause before they get started here, and I shall return.
Charge complete.
All right, I am back. All right, so it looks like Jesse's going to have the pole here. Follow him around a little bit in that high line. A few quick laps of practice. We'll head to the green. Like we're gonna have a pretty good field tonight. Gonna have about 21 drivers. Gonna be a good race. Right. All right, let's get these boys up here. Right. All right, so starting tonight on the pole, we have Jesse Schwartz with a blistering 32.79. In the outside pole, we have Anthony Promoter. Second row, we're going to have Rachel Hunt and Tim Marlowe. Third row, we're going to have Russell Bosevert and Marty Phillips. Fourth row, we're going to have Eugenio Alonso and Jimmy Babb. Fifth row, we're going to have Bernard Persons and Dalton Cowden. Sixth row, we're going to have Joe Zader and John Cruz Sr. Seventh row, we're going to have Jason Spear and Ron Thompson. Eighth row, we're going to have Mike McMillan and Doc Stout. Ninth row, we're going to have Cody Morgan and Jim Johnson. 10th row, we're going to have Colin McCarthy and Perry Snelson. And bringing up the rear, we have Ryan Lang. Getting the trucks all lined up here. The Chevrolet Pace truck pulling them down the back straightaway. Off into turn 3. Pace truck should be peeling off as they get around turn 4. Jesse Schwartz should lead him to the green. To the green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Jesse Schwartz gets an immediate good start here. Looks like Leach is going to sneak up in beside him. Rachel Hunt's going to take over second. Guess he jumps out to a big lead here. Pulling off the track, not really sure what's going on. They must have got him for jumping the restart. That will put Rachel Hunt into the lead. Has been confirmed by race control. Peter did jump the start. Resulting in a pass-through penalty. Everybody's gonna get in little single file here already. Rachel Hunt's keeping her lead. Anthony, Tim Marlowe, and Marty Phillips. Second, third, and fourth. Bernard Persons coming around on the outside of Marty Phillips. Running that high line. Fast line, but it wears out the tires pretty quick, so we'll see how long that lasts. points leader, Anthony Promoda. As Bernard Persons goes around. Like Marty Phillips is going to try his hand as well. Dalton Cowden coming into the mix. Russ Bosafoot right there as well. Playing nice so far. Feeling the track out. Couple of people running the top groove. Majority of the people running the lower groove. Meanwhile out front, our leader Rachel Hunt. Kind of battling for position in the back here. Like Joe Zader, Jim Johnson, Ron Thompson, John Crow. Everybody kind of fighting together here. Alan McCarthy in the mix. Jimmy Babb here running in 8th place behind Eugenio. Looks like Tim Marlowe's going to have something to say about that. It looks like we have a new leader. Bernard Persons has gone to the front. Dalton Cowden's worked his way up into 3rd place. Like Rachel's not having any part of him having the lead. She takes it right back. Good little battle going on for the lead. Like one's better in one corner than one's better in the other. Like Bernard's going to keep it this time though. Wasn't able to get that run on the inside like she did that last lap. That top sure has a lot of momentum. It's hard to beat that until the tires start getting wore out a little bit. Marty Phillips hanging right in there. Oh, hold on to it, Rachel. Got a little loose there, but only lost a couple spots, so that's a pretty good save. That's pretty good driving there. Like we're going to have another battle for the lead with Dalton Cowden, our last week's winner. 2nd place in points. Have Anthony Promoda creeping up. Looks like Dalton Cowden goes to the lead. Marty Phillips trying to grab second place here. Russ just kind of laying back, just waiting to see what these guys do. Uh-oh, Marty looks like he's blinking a little bit there. Dalton's bumped it up to the top side here. Let's see how he's getting around the track. Like Dalton's sporting some new sponsors this week. We'll have to talk to him about that later if he makes it to the podium. Like Marty's almost got this pass made on Bernard. Like he's going to finally complete that pass. Jimmy Babb's hanging around back there into this pack. He's got a pretty good run going so far tonight. Rachel's fell back to 7th. Like she's done passed Jimmy Babb. 7th. Shot at last week's second place finisher, Eugenio. Like he's starting to come alive a little bit now too. Looks like the Paxton about caught Desi with the draft. Desi's probably gonna go a lap down, but there's a caution. He should be the first truck on the lead lap, or on the lap down, so he should be able to get that lap back pretty easy. Running almost a full second faster in this draft. Russ up here in 4th place. And then Marty Phillips battling for the 3rd and 4th position. Eugenia is going to move up into 5th. Looks like we're going to be having a race for the lead here. Our 1st and 2nd in points. Now we know why these guys are 1st and 2nd in points. Racing each other every week just like this, door to door. Anthony gets around, but Dalton pulls a crossover, try to get that position back. Momentum from that top side just gave Anthony a bigger advantage. Pulls down and takes his line away. Meanwhile, this is allowing Jesse to stay out front. These two racing. Jesse has to like seeing those guys racing his rearview mirror. Try to keep from losing that lap. Here shortly, Russ Buff's going to be into the picture. Well, Jimmy Babb doing pretty good tonight. Still running in the top 10 in 7th place. Right behind Eugenio and Bernard Persons. He's pretty good on these kind of tracks. Jimmy flying those FRT colors, one of our main sponsors. Mr. Perry Snelson here, running his CarQuest truck. Doc and Don Crow. And one of our part-time drivers, Colin McCarthy, making an appearance tonight. Running with Jim Johnson and Tim Marlowe. That's the 9th, 10th, and 11th spot. Rachel Hunt in front of them in 8th. Right behind that, we have Joe Zader and Ron Thompson battling it out for 12th and 13th. So these battles all over the track. Meanwhile, at the end of 30 laps, we have our leader And current points leader, Anthony Promoter. Dalton Callan running second. Russ Bosefort in third. Marty Phillips in fourth. Alonso in fifth. Now that Anthony's got him a little bit of clean air, he's kind of setting sail and putting a little distance between him and second. Looking like saving tires there at the beginning of the race is kind of paying off. Guess he still managed to stay on the lead lap, praying for a caution so he can get caught back up. People starting to get a little loose now, so we may see a little bit of interesting runs here shortly. Like Jimmy's moving up into the 6th place around Bernard Persons. Jim Johnson's done moved up to 8th. Colin McCarthy's done taken over in 10. As you can see from the steering wheel, it's a little loosey-goosey out there right now. Cody Morgan. Cody's done a lot of improvement this year. Really proud of how he's been driving. Boy, Mr. Ron Thompson, I still like that blue truck. That thing looks sharp. And it's a Chevy. Mr. Joe Zader in front of him in his lime green machine. This Tim Marlowe in front of that, 11th. Looks like Jimmy got a little loose coming out of corner there. Able to save it. It's Rachel Hunt. She's in 10th. Meanwhile, up front, Russ Bosefort done taken over the 2nd place. He's put a little distance between him and 3rd place Dalton Calton. Eugenio's taken over 4th place. Marty Phillips in 5th and Jim Johnson in 6th. Meanwhile, our points leader Anthony Promoter is a little over a 2nd lead over 2nd place Russ. on lap 40, so probably getting about 45, 46 laps to a tank in here, so probably going to start seeing some pit stops here in the next few laps. And this track's a little over a mile and a half in its current configuration. Started out a little bit longer, but then NASCAR changed it. Now the fastest laps this track has seen in a cup car, set by Brad Keselowski in 2014 in qualifying. He ran a time of 29:79 at 181 miles an hour. The fastest race was in 2012 by Jess Gordon. Average speed of 142.24 miles an hour. Now, from the truck side of it, the fastest qualifying lap set on this track in the truck was 2007 by John Wood in a Ford at a 31:18 at 173 miles an hour. So that's a whole lot faster than our times tonight. But that was before the Ilmore engine. The fastest race was Ron Hornaday in 2002, before the reconfiguration, at an average speed of 133 miles an hour. Now, as far as wins are concerned, there's a couple people that have the most wins here. It looks like the most wins are Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, and Denny Hamlin, each with 3 wins. Most top 5s is Kevin Harvick, 11. Most top 10s is Kevin Harvick with 17. The most starts, Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson. The most poles is Denny Hamlin with 3. The most laps completed here is done by Kevin Harvick at 5,346. The most laps led is by Carl Edwards, 615. The highest average start was Casey Kane with 7.8. Highest average finish was Carl Edwards at 6th. People are kind of spread out now. We have a few people that's done gone ahead and come into the pits, like Joe Zader, Jimmy Babb, Marty Phillips. So I would expect that people are going to start coming in here shortly. Like Bernard Persons on pit road. And our leader peels off, coming to pit road. See if we can watch his pit stop and see how he does. Can't see the automation of the men. I wonder what's up with that. That's not cool. 4 tanks and a full tank of fuel, and off and he goes. Like we've got another few takers on pit road now. Like Colin McCarthy, Jim Johnson, and Cody Morgan on pit road now. Dalton Cowden is still out. Like everyone else is pitted or on pit road, with the lone car out being Dalton. I don't know how many more laps he can go here, but I would assume that he would be coming in here shortly. Oh no, I apologize. Dalton has come in. Rachel Hunt and Ron Thompson that are still out. Like Rachel's peeling off now. We'll relegate Ron Thompson to the lead. But when all's said and done, this should put Dalton Cowden way out front. Going to have a pretty substantial lead over Anthony Promoda. And Ron Thompson peels off. So that's going to complete your cycle of pit stops. That will put Dalton Cowden in the lead. That was an incredible pitch strategy there. Jim Marlowe's strategy put him up to third after pit stops. He was running 11 at the time of his pit. Rose Busterford's trying to get around Tim. Squeeze him down a little bit. Russ makes the pass, back up to third. Jesse Schwartz chose to go ahead and end his night. Russ Bostifer taking over second place from our points leader, Anthony Promoter. Sights set on Dalton. Dalton's got a pretty comfortable 6-second lead at the moment, so we'll see how fast he can catch him. Or if he can catch him. Currently 28 to go out of 85 laps. We have Dalton Cowden with an almost 6-second lead over second place Russ Bostifer. Third place is our current points leader Anthony Promoter. And third. Fourth place is Tim Marlowe. Fifth place is Jim Johnson. He's got a good run going on tonight as well. Alonso's still in the, Eugenio's still in the top 10 here in the 6th position. Colin McCarthy after that round of pit stops. No strategy. He was able to get up into the 7th position. Russ has chopped a second off that time to Dalton. See if he can continue that pace. Meanwhile, back up front, we have Dalton Cowden all on his own in clean air. Said I wasn't going to do it, but I got to give him a little bit of props. My boy Marty. He's currently in the 9th position. Got Jimmy Babb in the 8th position up here. Still hanging in there. And then, of course, Colin McCarthy. And old Eugenio. At 6th position. Got Tim Marlowe up in 5th. Jim Johnson up in 4th. Jim with a really good run tonight. Of course, our point leader, Anthony Promoter, solid 3rd place. Russ Bostifer in 2nd. Slowly tracking down the leader. He's then chopped it down to only 2.5 seconds from 6 seconds back. One of our relatively new drivers, Mike McMillan, currently in the 10th spot. Cody Morgan currently running 11. Joe Zader in 12th. Bernard Persons in 13th. Barry Snelson in 14th. Don Crow in the 15th. Driving his train truck. Rachel Hunt the 16th. Going around Jim Johnson. John Crow. Ron Thompson there. Right there with him. Mr. Doc. Going back up front and watch this battle because Russ Boastford has now caught him with 17 to go. Like Russ is going to give him a run for his money. Russ just able to stay low coming off that corner and keep his grip. Giving him a killer run off the corner. Coming around with 15 to go, and it looks like Russ Boastford's going to take over the lead. Promoter coming back into the mix now. Trying to see if he can get around Dalton so he can keep from losing any points at all. Ride with the boss man here as he wheels it around the track. Now that he's got clean air, able to put a little distance on him in second place. Twelve laps to go. No change up front. while in the back. Got some good battles going on back here. McMillan, Zader, Hunt, Thompson, all running together here. Back up front, coming to 10 to go. The first and second points have now caught each other. Anthony. Let's see if Anthony's going to have anything left to try to get around Dalton. Got a killer run off the second corner here. Get underneath of him in 3. Looks like he may get around him. Tires get some wear on it. It's really hard to come out of that corner side by side. Unless you can slide job it. Oh, it looks like Dalton got a little loose coming off the corner, a little bobble. That allowed Anthony to get around. Well, I wasn't here for the last race that Russ won. And he gave me a bunch of crap about it. So at least this one I'll be here. We'll get to interview the boss man if he's able to make these last 7 laps. Now that Anthony's gotten around Dalton, able to put a little bit of space between them, managed to guide. All right. Back up front. Boss man himself stinking up the show. Got about a 2-second lead over second place. Coming to 5 to go. To Russ Bosefert, Anthony Promoter, Dalton Cowden. 1, 2, 3. One more circuits. This is when all these drivers are gritting their teeth and hoping that there's no caution. Start making a little more aggressive moves. Russ is managing that 2-second gap. Turn 3 here. We're going to come into 2 to go. 2 to go with Mr. Russ Boastford still out front. Anthony Promoter in second. Dalton Cowden in third. All right, coming to white flag. White flag. One more lap for Mr. Russ Boastford. Can he keep it between the guardrail and the white line? More time. That, everyone, is going to be a race with no caution. Second one this season. Amazing job of these drivers. Great job by Russ Boastford with a 2.5 second lead and a win over Anthony Promoter in second place and Dalton Cowden in third. What an amazing race. Amazing race. All right, let's see about getting these boys in the booth here and talking to them a little bit. You are live.
Hell yeah, what's happening?
That's a great race, man.
Thank you. I actually beat Promoter and Dalton straight up.
Yeah, right? Right? That was awesome.
Yep. Oh, that was fun. And at my favorite track.
Right. All right. So, great race tonight, everybody. It's good to see the boss man come in and kick everybody's butt every once in a while.
First time I think I've beaten Dalton or Promoter straight up without fuel mileage.
I call you got hacks. I call he's cheating. I want the car checked.
This is the only track I'm really good at.
Oh, I'm tired.
There's no way you're running V2.
Oh no, we were working. We worked on it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, there's
no way you're on V2.
Promoter straight up.
I tell you what, though, I was worried for a while because when Dalton had that huge lead after that pit stop, I was like, wow. It's going to be hard to catch, but, man, you were coming. I was like, you caught him in, what, 7 laps?
I mean, we did the open races, during the week, and it plays out. Like, it just plays out. You just can't push and panic. You just stick to the pace. I saw what Promoter was doing. He is saving since I was going to have fresher tires.
I was trying to, but
I know.
Still stinking. You saved just as much, even pushing.
Well, when I saw you doing that, I pushed real quick just to get out of your dirty air, and then I saved.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I seen you saving at the beginning of the race, Anthony, and then I seen you come to the front, and I was like, well, yeah, I know that's what's going to end up happening with these guys. They're going to have whoever runs real hard at the beginning is just going to fall like a rock.
Yep.
And I truthfully, I didn't know what Dalton was going to have, but I was most worried about Russ out of anybody in this room because I knew he was going to tweak with the set, and he was the one I was worried about. And yep, he did. He smoked me.
Yeah, he came
Did you have a good pit, Anthony? Or
I had a fine pit.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to save too much, and then it just didn't pay off. You did not fall off as much as I needed you to. And that was the issue. I just could not get you to fall off.
No, like I said, as soon as I got out in front of you, I just saved. I backed it right down.
Driving.
The thing that's weird about it, though, is you were still able to outdrive what I had. I could not keep up with you.
Yeah, you had.
If I tried to drive that hard, I would have just murdered it.
Yeah, you had such a run off the corners, it wasn't funny.
That was I got the drive off late run a little better. And it made, because that's where I could see it on Promoto was like later in the run. I had him on exit. Like he was managing that drive off a little better. And same Dalton too. Looked like you started getting a little bit free, and that
Yeah,
was
I
had to back it off.
I pitted like one lap too early. I had to save just a skosh there at the end.
Ow.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to outstay you guys. I just actually I pit because you guys pit. I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to stay out too long.
That was my whole thing with letting Dalton get too far of a lead on us. It's like, if he gets too far out there, I'm going to have problems.
Right, because then we got a lot of people to pass that pit early, and
Right.
even though you're faster, it's that much more dirty air. But no, Dalton's move pitting that much earlier. I mean, I think it panned out from how earlier in the run went, and then it didn't. It definitely didn't cost time.
No,
No.
I didn't. It actually probably gained me a little time. I probably would have gotten passed by Jim if I hadn't pit that early.
Yeah,
But
Jim
awesome
Johnson was
race.
coming on at the end there too. He was coming around.
Yeah, I got the checker flag and ran out of gas.
Oh wow.
I don't push it anymore. I always take a little too much.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
2 gallons. I gave myself enough extra based off what I needed for fuel. And then I needed it for balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tight. I was playing on the nose.
Yeah,
And trying to save fuel didn't work.
well, 2 more races left. Martinsville next week, so that's a anything can go track in Phoenix.
Can I get some bubble wrap, please? I need to keep my incident.
I'll be starting from the back again, like always.
It'll be 6th by the time we get to lap 25.
Ugh.
So that's going to be an interesting race. So, but yeah. But this was a great race.
Martin-
It's like the second race of the season that's gone caution free. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, just everyone in the race. You know, they raced, but kept it clean. There were some big saves to keep a caution from coming out. And
I got so worried at the beginning of this race, though, when Jesse jumped the start.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, he jumped the start. I went and then bailed out of it because I didn't know if it was going to give me a penalty for jumping the start along
yeah.
with him.
Yeah, you would get it too, because I said something to Jimmy like right away. I'm like, I didn't leave late. I nailed the start. What happened? They're pulling me.
Yeah. When I seen him coming down pit road, I'm like, oops.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I thought he was going to try to at least hang out and see if there was going to be a caution, but I figured there was cautions.
We don't have
Yeah.
cautions. That's what screwed me last week at Vegas. I didn't pit on lap 20, and I should have, and I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, that didn't. Anyway, all right, fellas. Well, like I said, next week, Martinsville, so it should be interesting. Bring your bubble wrap for Dalton.
Yep.
Need to have no hide.
Everybody needs to make sure Dalton gets gets the max points tomorrow. He's got to get that incident up there.
Dalton, for the right price, I can go over and cut his cable right before the race.
Please.
Oh, we don't need him to get it. I don't need him to have points. I need him to get incidents.
I have a
He's got the
feeling.
lowest incidents out of everybody. He's only gotten 3 total in the entire season.
I think this one's going to go a lot better than last time we were here at Martinsville.
Yeah, that talent's getting better and better. Heck, I'm even proud of Cody, man. Cody's been doing good here lately too. So.
Yep.
So everybody's been driving great.
Yeah, there was a
You
lot
finished
of additions
8th?
and stuff last time around that Martinsville timing. So I think the groups, everyone's familiar with each other, and you know they know how things run in the league with, you know, just the respectful racing and know when to give it, when to race.
Right.
So there'll be a
Yeah.
couple, but I don't think it'll be like last time.
You're right though, Anthony. Cody finished 8th. Pretty good run for him.
I'm like, wow. He outran some fast people.
Yeah, he outran Marlowe and Marty Phillips and Rachel. Oh yeah,
Yep.
he outran.
Yeah, and then pits, because there's some people that lost a lot of time. It's a big one.
All right, fellas.
Probably
well, I
the
guess-
biggest
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'd say probably where I lost it. If I lost time, it was probably getting into my box on pit road. I was a little worried about sliding through my box, so I was a little hesitant getting in the box hard.
44-102. You were a 44-103. So not much. I did.
We actually had the same time on pit road. 37.8, 37.8. If any difference after that was getting up to speed.
Yeah, I always count your in lap and out lap. That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, but
so if I look at that, I had to pass
it. Yeah, Russ had to pass the pit stop though. His was a 13.8, where yours was a 14.3.
I was a 13.
Mine wasn't that high. It was 13.4.
Right, but that's a small margin on your pit. I'm talking more your actual. You want to look at
pit road,
your put those two laps together. So my lap 47 was a 44, 40, and lap 48 was a 103. Those are the numbers you want to look at when you want to actually compare your pit cycle. It's not your pit stop to someone else. Because some of it you could be really good, but you might pull out in a crappy spot with cars and it costs you on one of those laps.
Oh yeah, you had a way better pit stop after looking at the lap times.
Me and Dalton and I were about almost the same.
I was almost exactly a second slower.
It felt like it. Like when I came out, it wasn't that you were driving, so I'm like, I feel like he should be another second change out on me than you were.
I don't remember. Did I come out behind somebody off pit road? That's what I want to know. I almost feel like I had somebody in front of me off of pit road.
Yeah, that can be killer. I was in the desert, popped out by myself, so I could take it easy a couple laps, and then I started going.
Nope, I didn't have anybody in front of me. I just milked it too much, I guess, through the corner. Didn't try hard enough.
Is what it is. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Well, we will take this up again next week in Martinsville. Thanks for the amazing race.
And thank you, Burnt Rubber, for the broadcast. And yeah, great race, guys.
Yep. Thanks, FRT, for the sponsorship of the league, and Doc for putting on the league.
All right. Well, that does it for Burnt Rubber Racing and V-Speed Contender Series, brought to you by Nitro Racing. We will see you guys next week in Martinsville.
Thanks again.